April 17, 1975, a regime of genocide was formed nationwide. Cambodians were killed and driven out of cities and residential areas. Their civil rights were stripped. It was a regime with no school, no market, and no money, in which people were forced to work and live together in communes, and the torture and murder of people became more and more serious.
40 years ago, the country was in the worst era of our history, the genocides.
After less than 4 years of ruling the nation of pagodas, Pol Pot, men and devil incarnates, killed more than 3 million people with measures of hard labor and starvation. They called for sweeping away all remnants of the old regime and building a new regime that was defined by Pol Pot as absolute purity. Pol Pot's men not only killed those they considered their enemies, they also murdered their own comrades. The whole country of Cambodia became a huge prison and hell. (1977). Given such risks faced by the nation and the people of Cambodia, Hun Sen faced two options. The first option was to rise up against the regime of Pol Pot. In this case, under the direct command of Hun Sen, the 2,000-man armed force would attempt to take over Memot district in Kampong Cham province and Snool district in Kratie province. However, he predicted that this option would be very dangerous. In case things did not go as planned, they would not have the resources to let fighting go on beyond 1 month, and at the end, their troops would be eliminated by Pol Pot. There was no other way. Hun Sen had to go to Vietnam and ask for help from the Vietnamese government to organize the resistance movement of national liberation. At that time, he was informed that some Cambodians had escaped to Vietnam for refuge. Hun Sen himself thought that the second option was actually better, but still risky, for Pol Pot previously had launched attacks on some areas of Vietnam. A series of questions arose. He always wondered if he would be killed by mines or Vietnamese border guards when crossing the border of Cambodia and Vietnam, if he would be captured due to illegal border crossing, if Vietnamese officials would trust him and agree to help him, given that Vietnam had a diplomatic relationship with the democratic Kampuchea, and his last concern was if Vietnam could arrest him and hand him over to Pol Pot. Why did he have trust in Vietnam and come to Vietnam? It was because Vietnam was a neighboring country, sharing joys and sorrows, and standing side by side during the struggle against a common enemy to gain independence. However, Hun Sen knew that the Vietnamese could not trust him right away, and it was very difficult to make them trust him. Responding to this situation, Hun Sen brought 12 needles and got ready to take his own life, should he be handed over to Pol Pot by Vietnam. There was only one way. There was only one way. On June 20th, 1977, or Lunar Day of Monkey, Lunar Month of Horse, Lunar Year of Snake, Buddhist era of 2521, Hun Sen left in tears and pain because of having to leave the country and his 5 months pregnant wife behind. He began to gamble with his life to lead a struggle to liberate his country and his people, including his beloved family, wife, and unborn child.
ពេលវេលានេះគឺជាពេលវេលាដែលលំបាកបំផុតតើខ្ញុំត្រូវសម្រេចចិត្តយ៉ាងទៅត្រូវវៀតណាមបញ្ជូនត្រឡប់មកវិញហើយនៅតែសម្រេចចិត្តទៅដោយសារខ្ញុំមានហេតុផលវៀតណាមមិនហោបដៃមើលចំពោះប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដែលកំពុងរងគ្រោះហើយខ្ញុំគិតថានៅឯណាក៏គង់តែងប់យើងទៅរកទោះបីសង្ឃឹមត្រឹមតែ 0.1% ក៏ខ្ញុំនៅតែសម្រេចចិត្តធ្វើបែបនេះនេះជាជំរើសទី2ប៉ុន្តែកុំភ្លេចថានៅមានជំរើសទី3និងទី4ថែមទៀតតើវាជាជំរើសអីសុទ្ធតែជំរើសស្លាប់ទាំងអស់គឺកុំធ្វើអ្វីទាំងអស់ឲ្យទុកឲ្យពលពតចាប់យកទៅសម្លាប់ទាំងអស់ហើយជំរើសទី4នៅសល់ជំរើសទី4ទៀតគឺធ្វើអត្តឃាតខ្លួនឯងគឺធ្វើអត្តឃាតខ្លួនតាមគ្រប់មធ្យោបាយទាំងអស់ហើយប៉ុន្តែជំរើសនេះខ្ញុំទុកប្រើនៅឯវៀតណាមទៅវិញទេតាមរយៈមកជួលដល់ពីដើមនៅក្នុងហោប៉ៅដែលត្រៀមបុកចូលបំពុះកក្នុងករណីដែលវៀតណាមចាប់ទៅត្រឡប់
Why did Hun Sen select only 4 men? Was he worried that Vietnamese border guards would become suspicious and open fire if too many men were brought in? Despite commanding a whole regiment, Hun Sen selected just 4 men so that he could avoid the situation of being shot without having time to utter a word.
ពេលនោះខ្ញុំរៀបចំផែនការ2ខ្ញុំបានហៅពូថតយកពួននិងសំសាច់គេទៅប្រជុំក្នុងអំឡុងក្រោយម៉ោង 8 ខ្ញុំបានប្រាប់ពួកគេថាខ្ញុំសម្រេចចិត្តដកខ្លួនចេញហើយរៀបចំការតស៊ូឡើងវិញដោយធ្វើដំណើរឈ្មោះទៅកាន់ប្រទេសនេះ
គាត់បង្ហើបមាត់ថាយើងត្រូវគេចាប់ហើយគណៈវិជាការងើកោខោគេចាប់យកទៅទុកចាំនៅវត្តក្តុលដល់អញ្ចឹងគាត់និយាយទៀតថាបើយើងមិនទៅវៀតណាមទេយើងនឹងស្លាប់បើបញ្ជាការហៅទៅហើយយើងត្រូវទៅបើទោះបីគាត់បញ្ជាពេលនោះឲ្យវាយតបតកម្លាំងពលពតក៏វាយជ្រះដែរហើយទៅនឹងគឺមានផ្លូវ2តាំងចិត្តក្នុងខ្លួនស្រេចហើយតាទី1គឺរស់មានការតស៊ូទី2បើខាងវៀតណាមមិនអនុគ្រោះទេជួនខ្លួនឲ្យពលពតវិញគឺមានតែផ្លូវស្លាប់ទេពេលនោះបើស្លាប់ពួកយើងខ្ញុំហើយជាជនខ្មែរទាំងអស់ក៏ស្លាប់ដែរបើគ្មានសម្ដេចទេក៏ស្លាប់ដែរ
មានអពុទ្ធហេតុដល់គួរឲ្យនឹកមកដល់ពេលនេះខ្ញុំសម្រាប់លួងលក់នៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំដឹងខ្លួនឡើងសំលេងស្រែកពីដើមជ្រៃមួយដ៏ធំឮពេញតិចខ្ញុំថាឲ្យខ្ញុំចាក់ចេញភ្លាមបន្តទៅភ្លើងគាត់ជុំវិញខ្ញុំដូចកំជួលខ្ញុំបានស្រែកផ្លត់សំលេងហើយចាំនារសាតំណែងនៅជុំវិញផ្ទះឲ្យចូលថាតើអ្នកណាស្រែកលឺបែប រឿងនេះជាអបិយជំនឿមួយ
About 9 p.m. on June 20th, 1977, Hun Sen and 4 other officers left the barracks of Infantry Regiment in Zone 21, the East Military Region, beginning the trip to cross the border into Vietnam. Traveling to the east, crossing the jungle, no compass.
យើងខ្ញុំទាំង4នាក់ស្វាយរៀបចំចេញតាមបទបញ្ជាគាត់ហើយរៀបចំបាឡូសាក់កដោហើយក្នុងទៅហ្នឹងគឺខោអាវឯកស្ថានជាកងទ័ពសម្ដេចកំភ្លើងខ្លីហើយ2នាក់ទៀតគឺអាការមួយដើមអៀ15មួយដើមក្របបែក2គ្រាប់
បន្ទាប់ទៅមានការពិភាក្សាថាតើយើងទៅតាមផ្លូវណានេះជាចំណុចសំខាន់មួយទៀតនៃការសម្រេចចិត្តត្រូវនឹងមានការថន់ចន្លោះធូរតែវៀតណាមអាចនឹងវាយបាមកលើយើងតែខ្ញុំបានសំណោះសម្ដីពួកគេថាបើទោះជាពួកខ្ញុំស្លាប់ក៏សូមបញ្ជូនបងឯងឲ្យឆ្លងដែនទៅប្រទេសវៀតណាមនេះជាសម្ដីតែពួកគេជឿទុកចិត្តហើយមិនមែនជាសម្ដីក្រំតែឲ្យរួចខ្លួនទេក៏ប៉ុន្តែគេជឿទុកចិត្តថាលទ្ធភាពដែលខ្ញុំដឹកនាំចលនានេះអាចទៅរួច
ភ្លៀងហើយល្ងឹតភ្នែកចន្ទោលហើយយើងលុកព្រៃកាត់ព្រៃខ្ញុំសូមបញ្ជាក់ចំណុចទី1ដែលខ្ញុំចេញគឺចេញជ្រុងខាងកើតប្រហែលជា4វិនាទីឬឆ្កែព្រុសនៅប្រទាយសម្ដេចថាពួកវាមកតាមហើយពួកអីបាត់យើងយូរ
9 p.m. on June 21st, 1977. Jungle rain, coldness, hunger. Tree X16. There was a shrine. Hun Sen and his comrades stopped at the shrine near the tree-coated X16. Without fresh incense sticks, he had to take a half-burnt stick to burn and prayed that gods would show him the right way to the east.
Dương tới đó thằng cái hai ta tập bèn rồi caហ្នឹងគឺមានខ្ទមអ្នកតាអីសម្ដេចលោកថាកន្លែងហ្នឹងយើងត្រូវគាត់ដូចថាគាត់ចង់ឈប់បន្តិចដើម្បីជជែកគ្នាពួកអីកណាទៅងាកទៅអីផាំងព្រៃជឿវាប៉ះអង្គភាពមួយងាកមកព្រៃចាមមាន2អង្គភាពនៅព្រំដែនអញ្ចឹងហើយសម្ដេចលោកជ្រើសរើសយកអាចន្លោះកដាលដើម្បីកុំឲ្យជួបកម្លាំងនៅក្នុងណាបាទព្រឹកឡើងហ្នឹងគឺមេឃស្រអាប់មានចាប់អាប់យើងមើលទៅដៅអត់ឃើញទេយើងរងចាំយើងស្វាងស្រអាប់បន្តិចទើបយើងបន្តដំណើរឆ្ពោះទៅទិសខាងកើតទៀតពេលនោះគឺថាយើងមានសង្ឃឹមខ្លះតែក៏មានការភ័យខ្លាចខ្លះ
ពេលនឹងលោកអ្នកគ្រូនឹងសនសែងកំពុងតែដោះនឹងទៅមុខខ្ញុំបានវិលត្រឡប់ឈរបែរមកមុខត្រឡប់មកខាងទឹកដីកម្ពុជាខ្ញុំស្រង់ទឹកភ្នែកប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំមិនឲ្យមិត្តរបស់ខ្ញុំបាក់ទឹកចិត្តដោយសារទឹកព្រៃរបស់ខ្ញុំទេគេមិនបានមើលឃើញថាខ្ញុំយំទេខ្ញុំនៅចាំថាពេលនោះការរត់ធុតក្នុងចិត្តរបស់ខ្ញុំធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំនិយាយក្នុងចិត្ត អាយុ13ឆ្នាំបែកពីស្រុកកំណើតដោយសារតែអត់សាលារៀនកុមារម្នាក់អាយុ13ឆ្នាំបែកពីឪពុកម្ដាយវារឿងអីកើតឡើងអាយុ25ឆ្នាំបែកពីប្រទេសដោយសារពួកឃាតករនេះជាទឹកភ្នែកតែខ្ញុំវិលបែរមុខទៅរកទឹកដីកម្ពុជាមុនពេលឈានជើងឆ្លងដែរហើយខ្ញុំក៏គួរតែរំលឹកនៅក្នុងអត្ថន័យនៃលិខិតរបស់ខ្ញុំដែលខ្ញុំបានទៅសេផ្ញើឲ្យប្រពន្ធរបស់ខ្ញុំចំណុចដែលគួរចងចាំបំផុតគឺនៅត្រង់ថាខ្ញុំប្រាប់ពីពេលដែលអូនអានសម្បត្តិបងនៅសែនឆ្ងាយរហូតដល់ខ្លួនបងមិនដឹងថានៅទីណាខ្ញុំមិនអាចប្រាប់ប្រពន្ធខ្ញុំថាពេលដែលអូនអានសម្បត្តិបងកំពុងនៅកន្លែងនេះកន្លែងនោះយើងទៅមិនដឹងគឺមានតែឃ្លាមួយសូម្បីខ្លួនបងអត់ដឹងថានៅទីណាបងទេឃ្លាចុងក្រោយបង្កប់ទៅដល់ដីមានសង្ឃឹមផលនិងអស់សង្ឃឹមផលបងលាហើយលាដើម្បីជួបវិញដោយគ្មានពេលកំណត់
ពេលនោះសម្ដេចក៏បានផ្ដាំផ្ញើនឹងខ្ញុំជាអ្នកសារផ្ទាល់ថាឲ្យជួយថែមើលលោកជំទាវប៊ុនអនីហ៊ុនសែនផងពេលសម្ដេចចេញផុតប្រហែលជាកន្លះម៉ោងស្រាប់តែពូជួនក្បត់មួយចំនួនក៏មកតាមដល់ផ្ទះគាត់សួរខ្ញុំថាបងសែនទៅណាហើយបាទហើយលក្ខការសម្ងាត់ជាទីបំផុតបើសិនជាខ្ញុំមិនលក្ខការទេខ្ញុំក៏ស្លាប់យ៉ាងលោកជំទាវហ្នឹងក៏ស្លាប់ដែរ
ដល់ក្រោយប្រហែលថ្ងៃក្រោយមកឃើញថាគាត់បានភៀសខ្លួនទៅវៀតណាមអញ្ចឹងភៀសខ្លួនហ្នឹងគឺយើងមានការព្រួយបារម្ភតើគាត់ភៀសខ្លួនហ្នឹងគឺបានចាក់ផុតពីទឹកដីខ្មែរឬមួយនៅក្នុងទឹកដីខ្មែរបើសិនជាគាត់ចេញផុតពីទឹកដីខ្មែរបានន័យថាគាត់រស់រានមានជីវិតឡើងវិញបើសិនជាគាត់រត់ភៀសខ្លួនមិនរួចទេគឺបនបល័យពុយសាសគឺវានឹងសម្ហាប់
When Hun Sen and 4 soldiers, Nuc Tan, Nek Hoon, San San, and Nap Morin crossed the border of Cambodia into Vietnam, Hun Sen's watch read 2 a.m. They crossed Ang Dek, Thraping Pa, Katma village, a small village, and a part of Tung Lung commune, Ememot district, Kampong Chang province. This village was located in along the border district of Loc Ninh, Song Vi province. When crossing 200 meters onto the Vietnam side, the group stopped and waited until the morning to gain their bearings. During that night, it rained with continuous thunder and lightning.
ការធ្វើដំណើររបស់ខ្ញុំគេអាចដឹងបានហើយខ្ញុំមិនបន្ថយបន្ថយធ្វើឲ្យវៀតណាមមានការថន់ច្រឡំទេបន្ថែមដោយមេចុះហប់យើងមិនដឹងថាតើខាងណាខាងកើតខាងណាខាងលិចខាងណាជើងវងទេដូច្នេះយើងសម្រេចចិត្តអង្គុយរងចាំថ្ងៃរះបន្ទាប់ពីថ្ងៃរះក្នុងរយៈប្រមាណជាម៉ោង 8 យើងឃើញច្បាស់ទឹកខាងកើតយើងក៏ធ្វើដំណើរឆ្ពោះទៅទឹកខាងកើតមនុស្ស 5 នាក់អាវុធ tập bay đảo nâng crop ai pi crop ai nâng vật kẹo mình mấy khi ông tới vô bút đi tới quay rồi còn tao Việt Nam chứ còn ta bút đi sầm ráp cái phụ bột ta.
The first position of Hun Sen in the armed force of the National Liberation Movement was as a soldier in the Resistance of National Protection. After being trained in just 2 weeks, Hun Sen's first essay was the order to fight against the U.S. and South Vietnam troops invading the Sinol district in Kratie province of Cambodia on May 1st, 1970. In an unexpected attack, Hun Sen faced the U.S. troops. It was easy to know the result.
ការប្រយុទ្ធដំបូងរបស់យើងគឺជាការប្រយុទ្ធមួយដែលវាប្រៀបដូចជាគេយកញញួរមកវាយសត្វរុយអាមេរិកនិងកងទ័ពរបស់ទី2របស់វៀតណាមខាងត្បូងប្រៀបដូចជាញញួរហើយយើងប្រៀបដូចជាសត្វរុយ
The battle in Sinol wore out the forces of Hun Sen so quickly that Hun Sen rose from a platoon commander to a squad commander of a small group. Then they were emerging to another unit, and Hun Sen became the platoon commander again.
ក៏ប៉ុន្តែសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំគឺខុសគ្នាវាបង្កើននៅការឈឺចាប់នៅពេលដែលឃើញបរទេសគ្នាទៀតប្រទេសរបស់ខ្ញុំដូច្នេះហើយបានជាខ្ញុំបន្តរហូតមកទោះបីថាឧបសគ្គបណ្ណាក៏ដោយ
After that, Hun Sen's commander sent him to a commando school in the jungle. 1 year later, Hun Sen graduated and was appointed to be the commander in charge of more than 130 soldiers. Hun Sen was also a trainer who taught soldiers to read maps and use a compass and binoculars. From 1972 to April 1975, in addition to the task of fighting, Hun Sen was also sent to join training courses at the military school. He taught about drawing maps and using a compass and binoculars at the military school and trained several units. At the same time, Hun Sen was watched by thousands of eyes of commissars of Angkar. He became a thorn in Angkar's side.
នៅលើពិភពលោកនេះមានមេដឹកនាំណាមួយដែលមានការឈឺចាប់និងជូរចត់ដូចខ្ញុំទេរឿងដែលកំសត់ជាងនេះនៅថ្ងៃទី10 ខែវិច្ឆិកាឆ្នាំ1976ភរិយាខ្ញុំបានឆ្លងទន្លេកូនដំបូងខ្ញុំបាននៅជិតភរិយាខ្ញុំទេពេលនោះខ្ញុំឈានចូលមន្ទីរពេទ្យភរិយាខ្ញុំកំពុងសម្រាកនៅក្នុងមន្ទីរពេទ្យនោះខ្ញុំអត់មានឱកាសដើម្បីនៅកំដរភរិយាខ្ញុំទេប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំឈានជើងចូលក្នុងមន្ទីរពេទ្យកូនរបស់ខ្ញុំបានស្លាប់ទៅគឺពេទ្យធ្វើឲ្យជ្រុះធ្លាក់បាក់ចូលក្រោមរឿងនេះជារឿងឈឺចាប់ធំណាស់ខ្ញុំខិតខំសងគ្រោះកូនមួយនេះដោយសារពេលនោះនៅចិញ្ចៀមតាមមាត់ហូរឈាមតាមមាត់ហើយធ្លាក់នៅនឹងដីគេលើកដាក់មកលើក្រេវិញភរិយាខ្ញុំទៅទឹកមួយគឺតែយើងមានដាក់ពីគាត់នៅកក់ឈាមដល់កក់ឈាមនោះមិនដឹងដែរដល់ដឹងទៅអ្នកស្រុកអ្នកភូមិឃើញគាត់ឃីវពេកដល់ឃើញឃីវពេកទៅគេថាមានតែកក់ឈាមនៅអាដេញទួងសុកវានៅប្រវែងនេះអ្នកទីមាត់កន្លែងនឹងកាយទម្លាក់ទៅបានជា
អូខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ដល់ខ្លោចចិត្តអាណិតគាត់
កូនយើងស្លាប់យើងគ្មានសិទ្ធិដើម្បីនឹងយកកូនយើងទៅកប់ទេយើងគ្មានសិទ្ធិថែទាំកូនយើងទេសំមួយនេះគឺជាដើមជើងដែលខ្ញុំរក្សាដែលវានៅជាប់នឹងជើងនេះហើយគឺជាឪពុកសម្លាស់ជើងដោយសារឆ្កែខំតើការឆ្កែខំនេះវាបានមកពីអីដោយសារគ្មានថ្នាំសម្រាប់ព្យាបាលខ្ញុំត្រូវទៅកាប់ឬឈើរកឈើពេលដែលឆ្កែខំជើងខ្ញុំអ្នកដែលនៅជាមួយខ្ញុំគេចង់គេដេញវាយឆ្កែនោះពួកឆ្កែចឹងវាការពារកូនវាពេលនោះខ្ញុំបាននិយាយប្រាប់មនុស្សពីរនាក់ដែលនៅជាមួយខ្ញុំដែលមកដើរជាមួយខ្ញុំថាកុំវាយឆ្កែខ្ញុំថាឆ្កែពេលនេះវាមានសិទ្ធិជាងយើងដោយសារតែវាមានសិទ្ធិការពារកូនរបស់វាហើយយើងជាមនុស្សអត់មានសិទ្ធិស្មើឆ្កែទេគេមិនអនុញ្ញាតឲ្យខ្ញុំយកកូនខ្ញុំទៅកប់ទេគេក៏មិនអនុញ្ញាតឲ្យខ្ញុំនៅកណ្ដោបភរិយាខ្ញុំដែរបើសិនជាអ្នកចិត្តឈឺឆាប់អាចដកលើបាញ់សម្រាប់វេនជាការនេះព្រោះគេអាចដឹងបានហើយថាទោះបីយ៉ាងไรក្រោយខ្ញុំជាអ្នកដែលរៀនកំងដូរពិសេសកងតបពិសេសប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំគិតថាខ្ញុំមិនអាចធ្វើបែបនេះក្រំតែត្រឹមខ្លាយខ្លួនទៅជាកិត្តករហើយបោះបង់ចោលនៅបុព្វហេតុដ៏ធំមួយទៀត
Secretly, Hun Sen began secret activities against Khmer Rouge. In 1974, Hun Sen was appointed to be the commander of a 500-man infantry battalion. After being injured in several attacks against the forces of Lon Nol, this 23-year-old man was appointed as the commander of the regiment of more than 2,000 men. Hun Sen used these forces as the tool to fight against Lon Nol first and then Khmer Rouge. Why did Hun Sen and thousands of men still serve Khmer Rouge when they no longer respected the regime? It was because they had nowhere to go. They were hostages of the war. Hun Sen hated Khmer Rouge. His feelings against Khmer Rouge appeared when Sihanouk still ruled.
យកអង្គភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំក្រោមវិជាឲ្យទទួលឲ្យអង្គភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំទៅការពារកោះមួយនៅខាងលើកំពង់ចាស់កងទ័ពរបស់លន់នល់តែគ្រប់គ្រងដោយអាមេរិកបានបាញ់ផ្លោមទៅលើអង្គភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំប៉ុន្តែបែរជាភ្លើងឆេះផ្ទះនៅឯក្នុងភូមិទៅវិញ រងហើយរងទៀតតែតែមានឆេះផ្ទះចម្លើយឆ្លើយតបរបស់ពួកគេរបស់មេវិជាការមួយទេគេថាគាត់ថាវាជាការល្អតាព្រោះពេលដែលរស់រួចហើយគ្មានអ្នកមានផ្ទះធំនិងអ្នកមានផ្ទះតូចទេគ្មានអ្នកមានគឺគ្មានអ្នកប្រចម្លើយមួយចម្លើយនេះ បានផ្ដល់ឲ្យខ្ញុំនៅភាពប្រកបមួយថាពួកគេបានធ្វើទៅមួយនេះព្រឹកថ្ងៃទី 16 ខែមេសា ឆ្នាំ 1975 មុនរំដោះមួយថ្ងៃខ្ញុំត្រូវរបួសពិការភ្នែកម្ដង ហើយដែលធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំសន្លប់រហូតដល់ថ្ងៃ21ថ្ងៃ22ទៅខ្ញុំបានដឹកខ្លួនបន្ទាប់ពីការព្យាបាលនេះខ្ញុំពិតជាមានការអស់សង្ឃឹមខ្លាំងណាស់ខ្ញុំគិតថាអំពើក្បត់នេះត្រូវតែប្រឆាំង
Hun Sen joined the guerrilla force for two reasons. First, how could he stand still when the U.S. landed troops and bombed Cambodia? It was a foreign invasion into a peaceful country. Secondly, Hun Sen said that it was thanks to the persuasive appeal of Sihanouk, a leader with a great appeal to the public. There were waves after waves of young people joining the guerrilla force to make sure that Sihanouk would regain his rule. Unknowingly, Hun Sen handed over his fate to Khmer Rouge.
ពេលវេលានេះគឺជាពេលវេលាដែលលំបាកបំផុតលោកដឹងទេครับនៅក្នុងអំឡុងខែ3មុនចូលឆ្នាំខ្មែរព្រោះឆ្នាំខ្មែរជាធម្មតាចូលនៅឆ្នាំនៅខែមេសាគេបានបកគលការងារឲ្យខ្ញុំធ្វើជាមេវិជាការសមរភូមិសម្រាប់ការវាយចូលទៅប្រទេសវៀតណាមតាំងពីព្រំដែននៃខេត្តតាចេះតែខ្ញុំមិនធ្វើខ្ញុំឲ្យហេតុផលនេះឲ្យហេតុផលនោះតែខ្ញុំអត់បានធ្វើទេវាយប្រជាជនខ្លួនឯងមិនអស់ចិត្តទៅវាយប្រទេសជិតខាងខ្ញុំមិនធ្វើ
June 21st, 1977. The morning came gradually. Hun Sen and his comrades looked straight at the direction of the sun. It was the east, the only direction to enter Vietnam. At 11 a.m., after crossing the jungle to enter the territory of Vietnam for 6 kilometers, he decided to hide weapons before reaching the provincial road and looking for Vietnamese soldiers and civilians. Why did he decide to drop weapons? It was a very smart move. For just seeing armed people who crossed the border, Vietnamese border guards were likely to open fire. His life and the lives of his comrades could not be saved.
Cái nửa tuổi đòi phơi của bảy Peroខ្ញុំគិតថាខុតពីតំបន់គ្រោះថ្នាក់លោកសាច់ក៏បានទៅរកឃើញស្នាមផ្លូវរទេះហើយរកឃើញទឹកបន្ទាប់ពីភ្លៀងនៅពេលយប់យើងក៏សម្រេចចិត្តដាំបបរយើងយកដាំជាបបរប៉ុន្តែកម្លែងនេះត្រូវបានដាក់ដោយអាដែងណៃកូនជ្រូកទូទៅងាប់ហើយគេបន្លាស់ចឹងយើងទទួលទៀតម្នាក់ខ្ញុំគិតថាយើងបានបបរប្រហែលជាម្នាក់5ស្លឹកព្រាធ្វើដំណើរបន្តទៅហ្នឹងគឺដើម្បីជៀសវាងការយល់ច្រឡំគឺយើងខ្ញុំទៅដល់កន្លែងមួយហ្នឹងគឺលាក់អាវុធយើងលាក់អាវុធយើងបាទដើម្បីកុំឲ្យខាងកងទ័ពវៀតណាមគេច្រឡំបាទការដែលយើងដើរខ្លួនទៅទេគឺជាយើងអាចរក្សាបាននៅសន្តិសុខក្នុងអំឡុងមុនម៉ោង2បន្តិចខ្ញុំបានកលេងទឹកឃើញខ្ញុំក៏បានឲ្យអ្នកទាំងឡាយបត់ដៃបត់ជើងឲ្យហើយខ្ញុំបានប្រាប់គេថាវត្តទៀតអាចយើងត្រូវជាប់ចំណងដូចតែបត់ដៃបត់ជើងឲ្យទៅហើយក៏ប្រាប់ពួកគេបន្ថែមថាបើសិនជាត្រូវចាប់ចោលក៏សូមបកគលខ្លួនឲ្យចាប់ចោលចុះនាឡិកាដៃរបស់ខ្ញុំបានមើលខ្ញុំថាបន្តិចទៀតនាឡិកានេះត្រូវបាត់ហើយឧបពលឃើញនាឡិកាល្អមកបាត់ទេ
On June 21st, 1977, at 2 p.m., they came to Hoa Lu hamlet. The first Vietnamese person that Hun Sen met on the only road of red soil to the hamlet of Hoa Lu was Mr. Tu Hong, a local man and guerrilla.
As I was working on the field, I saw 5 men wearing black clothes. At first, I was not very calm. I took a deep breath to calm down. I knew they were Cambodians. They had a proper manner. They did not look violent and noisy. They asked if there were soldiers here, and I said yes. I said, there are soldiers here. This is the military camp. Don't worry, there are many soldiers there. Take time and I will look for someone to take you to the soldiers, the big leaders.
Mr. Hung and 2 guerrillas took the group to the hamlet of Hoa Lu. People in Hoa Lu cooked rice for them. After many years, it was the first time he and his comrades had rice to eat. In Cambodia, the ration was just soup. The first meal of rice, it was so good.
Việt Nam cái làm bài khả năng lấy đọc cái áo cục nhầm hộp ở miền mà hộp thò mà đá bảo Việt Nam chắc ấy
Ní chỉ rương cô ơi khlau chất khuôn ai phóng tay cờ chỉ rương cô ơi ở phòng này đây nơi tròn thả khnia tập làm nè si óc bay mà khang lấy đọc đời xa tại dương mà đại bàn si bàiประมาณที่เชื่อมาชามรู้จะให้แต่ยกซีแต่แบบว่าโดยเฉซีนั่นviệc cua tập trong trời cái chọn nó bị luôn còn tay còn thà lại đỏ cho sôm bayแต่ครูนปราณเขี้ยวเมียนเอาไว้ก็มันปานใช่พ่อกูนะไปลูกเวียดนามอายบอกเตรียมจะแก่ยืนแต่ยืนในเละกับลือในเละกระบายหอยเบาเบื่อบ่โลยืนหรือติออดแต่บ่นี่จะกลายเป็นกันได้จะการกอดตะกอดทั้งหมด
After that, he and his comrades were brought to Chin village by civilians and guerrilla fighters in Hoa Lu hamlet. There he met Mr. Tu Hua, the company deputy commander of local soldiers, at the house of communal detachment at Hoa Lu hamlet.
I came and saw a man carrying a nurse bag. I searched it and saw a medical toolkit, but there was a problem with language. I did not understand their language and found it hard to ask them questions. I did not have any trouble with them. It was because they had the same color of complexion as the Vietnamese. It was a good sign. They were not criminals or anything, so I did not do anything bad to them.
Trên vì phò lý tất cả phùm lạc chi cả phùm lạc ra xa bên nó nhông vừa suy bài tận phù họ hoạt nuôi họ hạ đôi chữ mình chụp cường cái đại lộp với con lộp បាទជួយស្ពីមកលោកខ្ញុំហើយខ្ញុំដើរដៃទៅទេប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំអោបដោយសារវាល្ងាដោយសារខ្ញុំគាត់ចេះអ្នកទៅជាមួយខ្ញុំគឺមានចិត្តធម៌ដោយឃើញថាខ្ញុំគុណមិនស៊ូខ្លួនគឺជួយស្ពីមកលោក
Lúc bây giờ là khoảng vào buổi chiều, khoảng 2-3 giờ chiều.
In the afternoon at 2 or 3 p.m. that day, when I was on my duty there, militiamen and local people brought 5 men there so that they could talk with me. They were from Cambodia. All of them were weak and miserable. They might have been starved for many days. They did not look normal. Their lips were blue because of malaria. They were so weak. They were absolutely weak.
Vấn đề kỳ xu vẫn thà nẹt màu nâng màu thua ấy. Sầm nuôi dân khao thà tì muối cứ bưng vẽ Việt Nam nơi này là cốt là bay chui sông cua Campuchia lẽ cả nát Pol Pot của phun tới sầm lấpไปchia chốn Campuchia ក៏ពុំតែធ្វើបាបប្រជាជនកម្ពុជាអត់មានបាយហូបប្រើដោយគូកបីសាធាត
In the afternoon, 5 Cambodians were taken out of Hoa Lu hamlet and brought on a GMC truck to Loc Ninh district.
យើងទៅដល់នៅឯទីតាំងកងទ័ពមួយ ในหลงนี้ก็ก็เวียนเอาเอาบายยืนกว่าซาทิตเอากอดกับบาดในยืนเปียส่งตุกถ้าหัวเปลวายหายไอ้เลยอาเมียนเอาไว้กลางแต่ปีตระกูลจุดโลกนั้นตะไคร้มันด่าวิจิตรชาวบ้านปราบถาปันได้กรบกรอดน้องเลยสิออกมาช้างเทียบ theo cái chủng này thế.
ពួកយើងខ្ញុំទៅដល់លោកninhហ្នឹងគឺត្រូវគេខាងកងទ័ពវៀតណាមហ្នឹងហៅម្ដងម្នាក់យកទៅសួរចម្លើយហើយការដែលហៅមុនគេគឺហៅសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនទៅសួរចម្លើយរហូតដល់ម៉ោងប្រហែលជាម៉ោងតាំងពីល្ងាចម៉ោង 6 ល្ងាចរហូតដល់ម៉ោង 2 យប់ហើយពួកយើងខ្ញុំដែលនៅរងចាំគាត់ហ្នឹងគឺមានការភ័យព្រោះបាត់គាត់យូរពេក
After the meal, Hun Sen was separated from the other 4 men and interviewed again. Despite having some doubts, Mr. Tu Binh, the Vietnamese official interviewing Hun Sen, accepted that Hun Sen was a commander of high level.
First, I asked him what he did in Cambodia, what his rank and his task in Cambodia was. Hun Sen said I was the deputy commander of Regiment 92.
នៅពេលដែលគាត់បានស៊ូថាតើកងទ័ពរបស់លោកមានប្រមាណខ្ញុំបានឆ្លើយថាបន្តពីការរបស់ព្រំពេញវរៈសនាធមនេះគឺមានជាង 2000 នាក់ក៏ប៉ុន្តែថ្ងៃដែលខ្ញុំចាក់ចេញ គឺមាន 1000 នៅសល់ 1776 នាក់ដោយសារប្របែកទៅកាន់អង្គភាពផ្សេងនឹងមានការចាប់ខ្លួនមួយចំនួនពេលនេះលោកមេជាការនេះបានស្រែកផ្សាយទៅថ្មីម្ដងទៀតnói làoអ្នកបកប្រែគាត់និយាយថាអ្នកនិយាយพูด អង្គភាពហ្នឹងមានតែជាង 30 នាក់ទេតែឯងមានរាប់ពាន់ពេលហ្នឹងខ្ញុំក៏គិតថាអ្នកបកប្រែខុសអំពីក្បាលអង្គភាពហើយអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសង្កេតទៅគាត់ខ្ញុំគិតថាគាត់ចេះភាសាបារាំងខ្លះដោយសារខ្ញុំចេះភាសាបារាំងខ្លះ ខ្ញុំក៏បានសារល្បងសួរគាត់ Parlez-vous français? តើអ្នកចេះនិយាយភាសាបារាំង ឆ្លើយខ្លីថាអន់ពើតិចតួចដូច្នេះប៉ុន្តែនៅមានអ្នកដែលនៅជុំវិញនោះក៏មានអ្នកចេះភាសាដែរពេលហ្នឹងខ្ញុំចាប់ផ្ដើមពន្យល់ជាភាសាដែរ section group section company បាត់យងនិងរេស៊ីម៉ង់បានខ្ញុំប្រាប់គាត់ថាខ្ញុំកាន់រេស៊ីម៉ង់បានគាត់កែឲ្យអ្នកបកប្រែកែតម្រូវពីជុំដកទៅជុំដកសំណាងរួចខ្លួន
Theo tôi thì Hun Sen này giỏi.
I believed Hun Sen was well educated, and his French might be at the high school level. Hun Sen spoke French to me properly and clearly, not like some bad people.
Nói tiếng Tây cũng nghiêm túc nào bạn.
Trong bàn vừa lọt họ đỏ, cái này, sầm ra, đàn này bài phơi, cái này tí tăng lên tuổi. Trong cái hai tuổi lại là lại tu luôn trong một bên và đó không khơi pi nét đây là tộc mình ta là bảo cho pi nét đây là tộc pi nét tiết đây là cậu tộc ủa ở trong bên kia bên nào thì ủa dương cho đó được nghe cái này của bộ dục còn được tới được mà đó cứ phụ cây chụp.
On the morning of the 22nd day, they were brought to Songba town on a truck used for transporting wood. At the time, the Vietnamese side just wanted information about the state of politics, the military, the economy, and society in general in Cambodia, from the central to the local level, and it was Hun Sen's wish. He wanted to provide information to Vietnamese leaders so that they could know about dangers in the past and present in Cambodia, which were threatening honest Cambodians and posing a serious threat to Vietnamese security and sovereignty. Therefore, Hun Sen was excited to answer questions, for he just wanted to inform Vietnamese leaders of the situation in Cambodia, and he believed that only Vietnam could help Cambodians.
Khu thì khu chỉ đạo thông báo là lên.
Commanders of Military Region 7 ordered the intelligence office to provide personal stuffs to the group, including uniforms, blankets, ponchos. They should be dressed as soldiers in Vietnam. When they were in Vietnam, they should wear Vietnamese clothes. I said, to stay undercover, just wear these. They smiled. They said they were happy now that they believed we would help them.
Họ cười, họ nói được cái trang bị mới thì họ mừng. Họ nói như vậy là mình giúp đỡ thật.
Interviewing continuously asked Hun Sen a series of repeated questions. What is your real name? What regiment of Khmer Rouge do you serve? Where is it stationed? Why do you come to Vietnam? Are you spying for Pol Pot? After several hours of interview, they began to believe that Hun Sen was no longer loyal to Khmer Rouge.
Việt Nam banประพฤติជាមួយនឹងអ្នកភៀសខ្លួនចូលទៅកាន់ទឹកដីវៀតណាមសម្រាប់ពួកខ្ញុំនេះគឺជាការប្រព្រឹត្តមួយមានគុណធម៌បើទោះបីថាមិនតាន់ច្បាស់ថាខ្ញុំជានរណាមិត្តឬក៏ត្រូវក៏ប៉ុន្តែសូម្បីតែខ្លួនខ្ញុំអត់បានមកប៉ះទេប៉ុន្តែត្រូវបានផ្ដល់នៅបរិវារទៅវិញដល់ដឹងថាពួកខ្ញុំជាអ្នកចេះជួបបរិយចេះជួបត្រាប់ពួកគេបានផ្ដល់ឆ្នាំឲ្យពួកខ្ញុំជួបក្រុមខ្ញុំជាមនុស្សមានអំណាចព្រោះទៅជួបអ្នកដែលមានចិត្តធម៌នេះជាប្រទេសមួយឆ្លងកាត់ក្នុងពេលដែលមានបដាអាវុធការកំពុងតែមានចំនួនបដាអាវុធ នៅតំបន់ខ្លះដែលបង្កដោយពួកពលពតពិបាកបែកចែកណាជាអ្នកស៊ើបការណាចូលវាយឆ្មោះមិត្តឬសត្រូវអត់តច្បាស់តែធ្វើប៉ុណ្ណេះគ្រប់គ្រាន់ដើម្បីយើងយល់
In fact, they were illegal border crossers, and at that time, Vietnamese officials did not really know if they had good or bad intentions, given the fact that Pol Pot considered Vietnam as the #1 foe and launched military actions to kill Vietnamese. However, what Hun Sen and his comrades did not expect was that Vietnam actually did not consider them as foes. They were not handcuffed, searched, discriminated against, and hated. In contrast, Hun Sen and his comrades were given food, military equipment, cigarettes, and medicine. Despite being of a different race, and the fact that they were illegal border crossers and Vietnamese did not know their intentions, Vietnamese showed their kindness, humanity, and respect of human rights. Hun Sen considered Vietnam as a model country. Unlike Pol Pot, men who crossed the border to arrest Vietnamese people in the border area only to torture, interrogate, and kill them.
He was so familiar with the Central Resolution that he spoke from the beginning to the end while I just listened. I started calling him brother, not Hun Sen.
Hun Sen stayed in Song Ba for 22 days until he began suffering from a serious case of malaria. It was his unexpected luck to be transferred to the infirmary K23. Hun Sen was provided better rations, despite Vietnam's many difficulties. The news of Hun Sen's desertion quickly came to commissars of Angkar. At that time, they knew that Hun Sen ran to Vietnam. They retaliated by forcing Mrs. Bun Rani to suffer hard labor. After 22 days in Song Ba, Hun Sen still had to wait for 3 more months in this province. It was also the time when Hun Sen's health was deteriorated due to malaria. He often had to go to the hospital. He was the youngest person allowed to stay on the 4th floor of Thong Nhat Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City, which were preserved for commanders only, and he had to disguise himself as a Laotian. Vietnamese friends called Hun Sen with a new name so that he did not attract attention or doubt. Vietnamese officers named him Mai Phuc, meaning happy forever, 26 years old, a senior officer in the Military Region X. No one knew where the Military Region X was. There were many doubts among staff in the hospital, for typically, only people 60 years old and older could be considered senior officers in Vietnam. People on the 4th floor knew Hun Sen's rank. However, when he was taken to the X-ray room, they asked, "Why is a senior officer just 26 years old? Where is he from?"
We only knew that his name was Mai Phúc, not Hun Sen, in our first contacts. Eventually, after a long period of time, we learned that he was a Cambodian, and his name is Hun Sen. I stood at the door of his ward many nights when I was on duty, witnessing him looking towards Cambodia direction and crying. We sympathized with him and respected him more.
It was not useless for Hun Sen and his comrades to wait, for Vietnamese senior leaders read reports and his letters. On September 27, 1977, Hun Sen met directly with General Van Tien Dong, member of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee Communist Party of Vietnam, Chief of General Staff of People's Army of Vietnam. The meeting took place in Ho Chi Minh City in 2 hours and 40 minutes, from 8 a.m. to 10:40 a.m. In this meeting, General Van Tien Dong told Hun Sen that he had read reports and received his ideas.
Pol Pot ban đầu tới sự niệm ở cái khu lớp tí đọc phạm tí này ngày bằng card bạc cùng với các bạn kể dọc năm 1960 kể tới sự niệm đi vào hoạt bạc phụ khiêm miên về chủ đại gia miên về chủ là bọn được thọn được bằng sạc khiêm bạn này dạy Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ những
That meeting has a significant meaning to the national cause of Cambodia. Although the specific problem had not been solved yet, General Van Tien Dong said many sincere words to Hun Sen, including that he was very young with a long future, telling him to keep the situation a secret, pay attention to the situation, and learn. Believe in the future. The advice and wish from General Van Tien Dong gave him a lot of hope. The problem remaining was time. Believe in the future. Hun Sen was given a chance to meet senior Vietnamese military officers in Ho Chi Minh City. All of them talked in an equal, respectful, and frank manner, and they were open with their intention of seeking help to fight against Pol Pot. However, up to that time, the Vietnamese government still refused to provide military support to Hun Sen, because of course, the Vietnamese did not really understand that Pol Pot had betrayed at that time. However, Hun Sen did not come to Vietnam to seek political asylum. He wanted Vietnam to help liberate his country. When he asked for the Vietnam government's help, this request was initially refused. Vietnamese officials said if they agreed with his request for help, this would be interpreted as the country intervening in the internal affairs of democratic Cambodia.
Some non po khom mìnhត្រូវបានឆ្លើយតបជាទៀតទីភាសាគោរពអធិបតេយ្យភាពរបស់កម្ពុជាគោរពឯករាជ្យអធិបតេយ្យភាពរបស់កម្ពុជាត្រូវបានថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំវៀតណាមគ្រប់កម្រិតនិយាយភាសានេះដូចគ្នាត្រង់នេះហើយដែលខ្ញុំបានមើលឃើញថាវៀតណាមទីមួយគឺវៀតណាមអត់ទទួលបានព័ត៌មានពីកម្ពុជាទេប៉ុន្តែទីពីរវៀតណាមមានគោលនយោបាយច្បាស់លាស់ទៅលើការគោរពឯករាជ្យអធិបតេយ្យភាពរបស់ប្រទេសនេះ
At that time, we disagreed on whether Pol Pot was a friend or a foe. Therefore, when there were groups and people from Cambodia coming here, we sent them back because of the two countries' friendship. But then we learned that most of them were killed after returning to Cambodia. At Tien River in Tung Toi Hao, there were more than 20 people coming here. Then we sent them back. On the next day, we saw their bodies floating in the river. It meant they killed those people one day later. At the border near Military Region 7, between Ta Nong and Ben Soi Giao Tan, Cambodians also crossed the border to enter Vietnam. We sent them back. On the next day, an old man ran to us and said those people were killed.
However, there was a historic turning point for Hun Sen when Pol Pot attacked the Vietnamese border in 1977. The aggression of Pol Pot marked a change in Vietnamese policy. Vietnamese leaders of all levels understood more and more about brutal actions by Pol Pot's men when they launched attacks on Vietnamese people. Especially in Tay Ninh province, they massacred and injured many people. Pol Pot's attacks on Vietnam were fiercer and fiercer, forcing Vietnam to counterattack in self-defense. Political events took place quickly in a way that resembled historic karma. After being attacked by Pol Pot, Vietnam was clearly aware of Pol Pot's intention and nature. When Pol Pot relocated his forces from the southwest to the east of Cambodia to be ready for an attack on Vietnam, the move forced a huge number of Cambodians fleeing to Vietnam. Pol Pot set fire to houses and villages of Vietnamese and took over some areas in Tay Ninh province in September. Vietnamese soldiers fought back in the direction of Savay Riang, Pre Vang, Kompong Cham, and Kratie, as well as some areas of Kandal, when leaders of democratic Cambodia became more and more reckless, launching further attacks on the Tay Ninh province of Vietnam. Vietnamese soldiers fought back firmly in self-defense. The Vietnamese troops must undertake the counteroffensive against Pol Pot in order to help Cambodia end the genocide and maintain its national security and sovereignty.
ពេលដែលខៀវសំផនប្រកាសផ្ដាច់ទូតជាមួយវៀតណាមនៅថ្ងៃទី5ខែមករា1978 ពេលនោះប្រជាជនកម្ពុជាបានឆ្លងទៅវៀតណាមច្រើនហើយខ្ញុំបានស្នើសុំឲ្យវៀតណាមទទួលបងប្អូនក្នុងឋានៈជាជនភៀសខ្លួនដល់ពេលនោះមានការគុតគង់ដ៏ល្អសម្រាប់របៀបជាអ្នកភៀសខ្លួនជនភៀសខ្លួនខ្ញុំក៏មានសំណូមពរចំពោះវៀតណាមថាសូមកុំបន្តចាប់ប្រជាជនខ្មែរដែលភៀសខ្លួនមកវៀតណាមត្រឡប់ទៅកម្ពុជានេះជាជោគជ័យមកដំណោះពេលនោះខ្ញុំមានការចាប់អារម្មណ៍គឺប្រទេសវៀតណាមក៏ទើបនឹងបានរំដោះនៅភាគខាងត្បូងហើយប្រជាជនវៀតណាមនឹងក៏នៅជួបការលំបាកម្យ៉ាងគឺឆ្នាំ77មកឆ្នាំ78នេះគឺមានគ្រោះធម្មជាតិហើយប្រជាជនវៀតណាមនៅពេលនោះគឺនៅហូបពោតហូបដំឡូងហើយថែមទាំងពួកយើងខ្ញុំទៅថែមពីកម្ពុជាទៅទៀតទៅជួយហូបថែមទៀតអញ្ចឹងគេខ្ញុំឃើញថានៅពេលនោះអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍ជាងគេបំផុតនោះគឺតាក់ទងនឹងជីវភាពដែលប្រជាជនវៀតណាមបានចែករំលែកមកឲ្យយើងខ្ញុំ
Hun Sen understood, and he was grateful to Vietnam's help, allowing assaulted Cambodians to be evacuated to Vietnamese areas and to take refuge in Vietnam. That event created an opportunity for Hun Sen to recruit soldiers for his forces. Hun Sen's policy of recruitment was implemented. He began building many bases and received strong support. In addition to the growth of the military force, the leadership of Hun Sen became clearer. ពេលនេះខ្ញុំស្ដាប់បានភាសាវៀតណាមខ្លះហើយ
មានពេលមួយខ្ញុំទៅអង្គុយលេងជាមួយនឹងនិយាយទៅរៀនមួយជាមួយអ្នកទៅរកបានស៊ូទៅកាន់ពីរនាក់នេះថាគាត់ជាណានាអនុស្រីឯងបបរំនេះបានឆ្លើយរបៀបចេះថាគាត់គឺជាអនាគតមគ្គុទ្ទេសក៍របស់កម្ពុជានេះជារឿងអត់ធម្មតាពលពតវាយវៀតណាមកាន់តែខ្លាំងឱកាសរបស់ខ្ញុំកាន់តែច្រើនដូច្នេះបានជាខ្ញុំត្រៀមរៀបចំទាំងអស់មិនមែនរឿងបែបនេះមិនមែនរៀបចំមួយថ្ងៃពីរថ្ងៃទេខ្ញុំត្រូវឆ្លៀតពេលសរសេររកឈ្មោះដាក់ឈ្មោះកកខ្ញុំគិតថាដើម្បីធានាភាពហើយគុំដល់សំណួរនេះវាទៅដល់កន្លែងនោះ
One thing that could not be forgotten was the news about his wife and child. In December 1977, Hun Sen had a chance to infiltrate into Mamot district to find his wife and son. However, unfortunately, he could not find them and did not know if they were alive or dead. Alive or dead.
ប្តីប្រពន្ធយើងចង់រួមរស់នៅជាមួយគ្នាសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំប្រពន្ធខ្ញុំស្លាប់ទៅរស់គឺខ្ញុំអត់ដឹងទេតែគាត់នឹងជួបស្អីខ្លះនៅពេលខ្ញុំចេញផុតខ្ញុំយំច្រើនណាស់ក៏ប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាខ្ញុំបង្ហាញកាយវិការនៃការតស៊ូច្បាស់ជា4នាក់ផ្សេងទៀតគឺនឹងបាត់មកដែរជួនកាលយើងបានទទួលទានបាយជាមួយគ្នាតែទឹកភ្នែករបស់យើងស្រក់លើបាយនេះទៅវិញទេ
តែយើងមានអារម្មណ៍មួយទៀតថាគាត់រស់នៅទីនោះមែនយើងមិនដឹងថារបៀបការវាវិបត្តិទៅយ៉ាងម៉េចអញ្ចឹងទេក៏នឹកឃើញថាតើថ្ងៃណាយើងបានជួបគ្នាវិញឬមួយក៏អត់នឹងគឺអារម្មណ៍របស់ខ្ញុំពេលហ្នឹងឃើញថាវាអត់តន់ប្រកាសពជាថាតើយើងបានជួបគ្នាវិញឬមួយក៏យើងអត់បានជួប
In December 1977 and in January and February 1978, Vietnam allowed officers taking refuge in Vietnam to meet and work with Hun Sen. In March 1978, he had one more chance to return to his country to assess the situation.
ពេលបង្ហាត់ចប់ហើយខាងសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននិងខាងវៀតណាមក៏យើងឯកភាពគ្នារៀបចាត់តាំងប្រហែលជា7ក្រុមដើម្បីចូលមកស្រុកខ្មែរគឺជាក្រុមហៅថាចារកិច្ចមិនធ្វើការណាmột là xây dựng cơ sở cách mạng.
The first task was to build a revolution base. It was the #1 task in Cambodia. The second role was to assess the situation. If any force of separatists was detected, we tried to connect with them. The third role was to evaluate the enemy's situation and the enemy's armed force, so that I could report to my superiors in time. And what was the next role? It was to continue helping Cambodian comrades with their task.
ក្រុមប្រដាប់អាវុធនៃខាងវៀតណាមរៀបចំឲ្យហ្នឹងយើងចូលមកដីខ្មែរគឺខ្មែរក្រហមកំពុងតែកាន់កាប់ណាតែអញ្ចឹងមកលើកទី1គឺអត់អីទេបានជ័យជំនះត្រឹមក្រោយមកបានបែងចែកមកក្រុមទៅទៀត3ក្រុមទៀតចូលទៀតអញ្ចឹងហ่า3ក្រុមចូលទៀតហ្នឹងមានបែកការខ្លះវៀតណាមកងទ័ពវៀតណាមណាសាស្មាវៀតណាមក៏ស្លាប់អ្នកហ្នឹងកប់នៅអរិញព្រៃនឹងខ្មែរក្រហមដេញតាមបាញ់
ពលដំណើរមួយថ្ងៃហើយវាអស់បាយដែលយើងខ្ចប់ទៅហើយអស់បាយលីហើយ អស់ទឹកទៅទៀតសំណាងបានអាទឹកតែយើងដងគឺគាត់គេហើយត្រឡប់មួយមកដល់យើងហត់មែនទែនហើយយើងក៏នាំទៅសម្រាប់ក្នុងពេលដែលសម្រាប់ដល់ពេលភ្ញាក់ឡើងបែកជាជើងខ្ញុំដើរលេងរួចខ្ញុំដើរអត់រួចទៀតទេអាចជើងនឹងវារឹងឆ្កប់ទាំងអស់
We had to find yams and fruits and shared with each other. They found some stem vegetables and boiled these to eat. Lying on my hammock, I felt pity for them and for Cambodia.
The event that moved Hun Sen to tears happened in April 1978, when Mea Hun and he were allowed to meet Senior Lieutenant General Tran Van Tra at the High Command of Military Region 7. In that meeting, Senior Lieutenant General Tran Van Tra said to Mea Hun and Hun Sen that Vietnamese leaders decided to support Cambodian comrades in building the armed force to liberate the nation. It was the answer that Hun Sen had been waiting for days and months.
ឧត្តមសេនីយ៍ចិនវណ្ណចាបាទប្រាប់ថាបកនឹងរដ្ឋាភិបាលវៀតណាមសម្រេចជួយឲ្យបរមិត្តកសាងកម្លាំងប្រវត្តិដើម្បីរំដោះកម្ពុជាវៀតណាមស្គាល់បញ្ហាប៉ុន្តែគាត់បានបញ្ជាក់បន្ថែមថាវៀតណាមជួយបានតែផុសភីអាវុធក្របរំសេវនិងការវឹកហាត់ការវឹកវើផ្នែកផុសភីអាវុធយុទ្ធភ័ណ្ឌស្អីវឹកហាត់ប៉ុន្តែផ្នែកនយោបាយគឺមិត្តកម្ពុជាទទួលខុសត្រូវខ្ញុំថាកម្ពុជាខ្ញុំទទួលរងទៅលើបញ្ហានយោបាយព្រោះគ្មានអ្នកណាស្គាល់ខ្មែរឬខ្មែរទេពេលនោះប្រហែលជាខែ5ឆ្នាំ1978ខ្ញុំឃើញទឹកមុខរបស់មេខ្ញុំគឺសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននៅពេលបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះគាត់ហាក់បីដូចជាមានការបារម្ភដល់ពេលក្រោយមកបានខ្ញុំដឹងថាខែ5ឆ្នាំ78ហ្នឹងគឺប៉ុលពតបានបញ្ជូនកម្លាំងទៅណែវាយកំទេចកម្លាំងភូមិភាគបូព៌ាបើគឺចោទថាកម្លាំងភូមិភាគបូព៌ានេះគឺជាកម្លាំងដែលចូលដៃចូលជើងជាមួយវៀតណាមបើកឲ្យវៀតណាមវាយចូលប្រទេសកម្ពុជាអីនេះបាទទៅជាទំនាស់គ្នារវាងក្នុងក្រុមខ្មែរក្រហមនិងខ្មែរក្រហមហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំដឹងក្រោយទេប៉ុន្តែពីមុនដែលខ្ញុំឃើញសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនគាត់បញ្ចេញអរិយាប័ត្រក៏ដូចជាការគិតគូរព្រួយបារម្ភច្រើនទៅដល់អ្នកដែលនៅក្នុងប្រទេសដែលមិនទាន់បានចេញផុតពីរបបប្រល័យពូជសាសន៍ប៉ុលពតនេះ
A new turning point, a new chance. Hardship and challenge must be overcome for the sake of the nation and of the people of Cambodia. In addition to the efforts and hard work of Cambodian officers and soldiers, there was the sincere support from the Vietnamese side. An armed force named the Armed Force of Unity for Cambodian National Salvation was born on May 12, 1978. The Command 578 was formed in May 1978 in Thu Duc and moved from Thu Duc to Long Zao to keep it secret.
បានជាយើងចេញពីទៅដឹកទៅឡុងយ៉ាវគឺជាកន្លែងប្រមូលផ្ដុំដែលប្រជាជនខ្មែរត្រូវបានយើងរំដោះកងទ័ពវៀតណាមទៅរំដោះក្នុងទឹកដីខ្មែរយកទៅដាក់នៅនោះទាំងអស់រាប់ម៉ឺនយើងនៅតែជាយាមនៅការជ្រើសរើសតបបន្តខ្ញុំមានឈ្មោះកងទ័ពហើយស្រេចនៅក្នុងដៃមានសិលធម៌កងទ័ពហើយស្រេចបានឈានទៅដល់ការបង្កើតនៅអង្គភាពលើកដំបូងហៅថា125
Hun Sen was both the commander of the military and the chief of the political strategy. Nuk Thon was the deputy commander in charge of political affairs. Hem Samin was in charge of logistics and finance. Then on May 12, 1978, the first unit called Unit 125 was established. This unit had over 200 soldiers commanded by Nat Huon.
នៅក្នុងការវឹកហាត់វាមានពីរដំណាក់ការទុដឹកនេះយើងគ្រាន់តែរៀនបាញ់អាវុធទេនៅទុដឹកណាអត់ចេះបាញ់ចេះកាច់កាច់បាញ់តម្រង់ស៊ីប៉ុណ្្នឹងទេអត់ហើយនឹងមានក្បួនចេះក្បួនដើរស្មើដើរស្ងៀមហាត់ប្រាណខ្ញុំបានមកដល់លងយ៉ាវគឺរៀនយុទ្ធវិធីច្បាស់យុទ្ធវិធីវិយុទ្ធមកវាយវរៈសនាតូចវាយវរៈសនាតូចកងសនាធំកងសនាតូចវាយពួកវាយក្រុមគឺរៀនក្នុងច្បាស់រៀននៅលងយ៉ាវបាទលងយ៉ាវបានរៀន
ការដែលសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននៅពេលបច្ចុប្បន្ននោះលោកបង្រៀនទ្រឹស្ដីនយោបាយនេះគឺខ្ញុំនឹងមានភារកិច្ចជាអ្នកថតសម្លេងបាទដូចជាអ្នកតាមថតសម្លេងលោកជាអ្នករៀបចំប្រព័ន្ធឃោសនាស័ព្ទបំពងសម្លេងនៅពេលដែលលោកមានប្រសាសន៍ហើយលោកតែងតែរៀនសូត្រជាប់ដែលខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍គឺថានៅពេលដែលលោកបានបង្រៀនឯកសារហ្នឹងព្រោះឯកសារដែលបង្រៀនហ្នឹងគឺលោកសរសេរដោយខ្លួនលោកអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលលោកបង្រៀនចប់អញ្ចឹងថ្ងៃមកវិញពិសាបាយថ្ងៃត្រង់ហើយហ្នឹងសម្រាប់ថ្ងៃត្រង់លោកតែងតែចាក់ស្ដាប់ឡើងវិញនៅការបង្រៀនរបស់លោកហើយលោកតែងតែធ្វើការកែតម្រូវជាប្រចាំ
ខាងរដ្ឋាភិបាលវៀតណាមចាត់ទុកយើងខ្ញុំជាអ្នកតស៊ូជាសសរទ្រូងសម្រាប់ប្រទេសជាតិដើម្បីធ្វើការតស៊ូរំដោះប្រជាជនអញ្ចឹងរដ្ឋាភិបាលវៀតណាមបានរៀបចំរបបហូបចុកនិងស្នាក់នៅឲ្យពួកយើងខ្ញុំសមនឹងឋានៈដល់សម្ដេចក៏គាត់ឃើញថាការរៀបចំការហូបចុករបស់គាត់នឹងរបស់ពួកខ្ញុំនឹងខ្ពង់ខ្ពស់ពេកក៏ស្នើសុំទៅវៀតណាមថាខ្ញុំសុំឲ្យខ្ញុំនឹងហូបល្មមបានហើយកុំឲ្យលើសពីប្រជាជនខ្ញុំពេកបើខ្ញុំហូបបានលើសពីប្រជាជនឆ្ងាញ់លើសពីប្រជាជនសម្រាប់នៅស្រួលលើសពីប្រជាជនធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំនឹកឃើញដល់ប្រជាជនខ្ញុំដែលកំពុងតែអត់បាយបាទធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំស្រក់ទឹកភ្នែក
In addition to building up the armed forces and shifting their resources into Cambodia and establishing a camp at the border of Cambodia and Vietnam, Cambodian soldiers had good news about the uprising of the military and people in the East Zone. The uprising led by Samdech Heng Samrin and Samdech Chea Sim created conditions for Cambodian forces to coordinate and take over Mem Mot district, Sinol district, and other areas and hamlets and communes bordering Vietnam from Kratie, Kampong Cham, Prey Vong, Sabe Riang, and some other areas under districts of Kampong Cham in mid-1978.
មិនមែនចៃដន្យទេដែលសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនបច្ចុប្បន្នខ្លាយទៅជាអ្នកដឹកនាំលោកគឺជាមនុស្សពិសេសម្នាក់បាទកងទ័ពទាំងអស់នៅពេលនោះនៅណាក៏ចង់ស្ដាប់សម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនមានប្រសាសន៍ដែរហើយស្ដាប់ហើយគេចង់ស្ដាប់ទៀតនៅប្រសាសន៍ក្នុងការបង្រៀននៅក្នុងការនិយាយក្នុងការអប់រំរបស់លោកដោយសារសម្ដេចយល់ច្បាស់អំពីចិត្តសាស្ត្ររបស់មនុស្សស្គាល់សង្គមស្គាល់មនុស្សច្បាស់ហើយត្រូវនិយាយអ្វីទៅឲ្យមនុស្សនោះស្ដាប់ចឹងខ្ញុំគិតថានេះគឺជាចំណុចពិសេសមួយដែលអ្នកដែលវោហាសាសមានច្រើនណាប៉ុន្តែអ្នកដែលនិយាយឲ្យគេជឿនិយាយឲ្យគេតាមហ្នឹងគឺមិនមែនអ្នកណាចិត្តតែនិយាយបានទេប៉ុន្តែសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនគឺគាត់មានលក្ខណៈសម្បត្តិហ្នឹង
The situation improved quickly. However, the Cambodian Revolution just had the military and lacked a political organization to lead. Therefore, Hun Sen urgently asked the Vietnamese side to connect him with Samdech Heng Samrin and Samdech Chia Sim, as well as other leaders of other movements, so that he could unify the forces and form a political organization to lead the struggle. On the afternoon of November 7, 1978, Commander and Commissar of the Military Region 7, Senior Lieutenant General Ledok An, who was the most important figure in helping to build the armed force led by Hun Sen. At that time, General Ledok An himself said to Hun Sen, "Tomorrow morning, November 8, 1978, all of you will meet Le Duc Ta, member of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of Vietnam."
ពេលនោះខ្ញុំមានការគិតពុះពីរបែបទី1ក្នុងករណីដែលវៀតណាមជួយកសាងកម្លាំងប្រយុទ្ធយើងហើយវៀតណាមមិនអន្តរាគមន៍ដោយកម្លាំងផ្ទាល់យើងត្រូវប្រើប្រាស់ពេលវេលាមិនតិចជាង4ឆ្នាំដើម្បីរបបទីហើយការត្រៀមបំរុងពេលនោះត្រូវវាយយកភាគខាងកើតមុនដើម្បីធ្វើឆ្នងឆ្ពោះមកទិសខាងលិចហើយផ្នែកខាងលិចគឺជាការវាយរំខាននេះជាលទ្ធភាពដែលបើសិនវៀតណាមជួយកសាងកោតបហើយលទ្ធភាពទី2គឺវៀតណាមជួយកងសាងកោតបហើយអន្តរាគមន៍ទៀតការរំដោះគឺឡា
On the morning of November 8, 1978, all 7 leaders of the Cambodian Revolution movement had a frank discussion with Mr. Le Duc Ta, a Vietnamese strategist. Per the discussion, Hun Sen could confirm that Cambodia would be liberated very soon. On November 22, 1978, a historic event took place. It was the meeting of leaders from 4 out of 5 resistance groups. The group led by Sai Phu Thong and Tia Ban did not attend the meeting because their force was stationed overseas. Since then, Hun Sen stayed and worked with other leaders, including Samdech Hong Samrin and Samdech Chia Sim. They held meetings day and night to draft a political platform of the front called the Cambodian United Front for National Salvation. This name matched with the Armed Force of Unity for Cambodian National Salvation. This was very convenient, and there was no need to change the name of the military force according to the name of the front or the political organization to be formed soon. There were 8 leaders from 4 rebel movements. Each movement had 2 representatives assigned to draft the political platform of the Cambodian United Front for National Salvation, so that it could be approved at the Front Congress in 4 days, from November 27th to 30th, 1978, and finally announced on December 2nd, 1978, at the area of liberation in Sanul District, Kratie Province.
មេមន់កើតមុនកូនមន់ឬកូនមន់កើតមុនមេមន់ចំណុចនៅត្រង់នេះឯងចំណន់ឆ្នាំ1970អង្គការចាត់តាំងនយោបាយកើតមុនប្រតិបត្តិកើតក្រោយរណសេរីរបស់សម្ដេចព្រះនរោត្តមសីហនុដែលជាទង់នយោបាយគឺកើតមុនប្រតិបត្តិកើតក្រោយទេឯដំណាក់កាលថ្មីនេះប្រដាប់អាវុធកើតមុនរណសេរីកើតក្រោយនយោបាយអង្គការចាត់តាំងនយោបាយកើតក្រោយនេះជាចំណុចប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រដែលត្រូវចងចាំគ្មានកងទ័ពនោះមិនមានឱកាសដើម្បីនឹងរំដោះប្រទេសបើមានតែរណសេរីអត់កងទ័ពតើធ្វើយ៉ាងម៉េចមានតែកងទ័ពវៀតណាមជួយអត់កងទ័ពខ្មែរ វាយរួយហើយអ្នកណាការពារនៅនឹងកន្លែងអ្នកណាកសាងកម្លាំងនឹងរដ្ឋបាលនៅនឹងកន្លែងនេះសុទ្ធតែជាបញ្ហា
By mid-1978, spontaneous uprisings against Pol Pot and Iung Sari took place in areas of 16 out of 19 provinces of Cambodia, including the outstanding uprising from East Military Region 203. The formation of the Cambodian Armed Force of Unity for National Salvation marked a step of development for the Cambodian Revolutionary Force during the struggle against Pol Pot and Iung Sari's regime of genocide. At the same time, it was a positive factor that eliminated the threat and invasion of Pol Pot and Iung Sari to Vietnam, restoring the friendly solidarity between Cambodia and Vietnam. Under the command of Hun Sen, officers and soldiers of the Cambodian Armed Force of Unity for National Salvation were built according to the political nature of a revolutionary armed force, differentiating between friends and enemies, high revolutionary determination, brave struggle, internal unity, and well-intentioned solidarity. At that time, for the first time, Hun Sen had seen the chance of toppling the regime of genocide within 1 year. He had the confidence that Cambodia could be liberated by early 1979.
តែរឿងជំនឿចិត្តរបស់ខ្ញុំនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំនៅខាងកម្ពុជាខ្ញុំស្គាល់ទឹកចិត្តប្រជាជនខ្ញុំពួកគេរងចាំតែមានអ្នកណាមកជួយនឹងមានកម្លាំងមានឱកាសមានពេលវេលាពីទៅចំណុចវានៅកន្លែងនេះឯងដែលយើងហ៊ានសន្និដ្ឋានថាតើយ៉ាងម៉េចភាពជឿជាក់កន្លែងនេះមកខាងគឺសមត្ថភាពកងទ័ពប៉ុន្តែរឿងធំជាងគេគឺកំហឹងឈឺចាប់របស់ប្រជាជនមិនអាចទុកឲ្យពួកនេះនៅបាន
The radio station in Hanoi announced the establishment of the Cambodia United Front for National Salvation and broadcast that the front called for Cambodians to stand up to overturn the gangs of Pol Pot, Iung Sari. The attack that Hun Sen was waiting for finally took place. The armed force that was built and commanded by Hun Sen fought bravely and undauntedly. Vietnam launched an international volunteer campaign to help Cambodia fight against Pol Pot, Iung Sari. The collapse of Pol Pot's regime came sooner than expected and even surprised Hun Sen. By noon on January 7, 1979, Phnom Penh was liberated. Phnom Penh was liberated.
អញ្ចឹងបានគេអាចឃើញថាកងទ័ពកម្ពុជាវាយពីកងទ័ពចាប់ផ្ដើមចេញដំណើរពីកងទ័ពប្រហែលជា10000តែគ្រប់ភាគីទាំងអស់មានត្រឹមតែ10000ដល់វាយជាប់កងទ័ពឡើងប្រហែលជា3-40000កងទ័ពតើនេះជាអ្វីទៅដល់កន្លែងណាកន្លែងនោះចូលរួមដល់កន្លែងណាកន្លែងនោះចូលរួមនេះជាបទពិសោធន៍ទ្រឹស្ដីនិងការចេះស្ដែងនៃដំណើរឆ្ពោះទៅការរំដោះប្រជាជាតិឬក៏ជាដំណើរនៃការដួលរលំរបស់ប៉ុលពតមិនប្រកាសថាអំពើខុសខើរបស់ឯងភាពប្រៃការរបស់ឯងអាចរក្សាបានណាទេត្រូវយកមេរៀននេះឲ្យច្បាស់កាន់តែប្រៃការកាន់តែខុសខើគឺកាន់តែឆាប់ស្លាប់នេះជាចំណុចដែលខ្ញុំហ៊ានវាយហើយនេះក៏ជាចំណុចដែលអាចកត់សម្គាល់ថាលោកហ៊ុនសែនធ្វើតាំងពីចំណុចតូចតាចមួយចេញដំណើរពីយកជីវិតធ្វើដើមទុនមកកសាងប្រទេសដល់ថ្ងៃនេះ
During those days and months, There was a time when Hun Sen thought that Boon Rani died. Boon Rani underwent a horrible time. She had to hide in villages and change her name to live without her husband. She did not know if her husband was alive or dead. When peace was restored, Boon Rani carried her things and son back to Phnom Penh with an utmost hope to meet her husband again. The meeting was full of tears. Hun Sen's son met his father for the first time. At first, the boy even called him uncle. In years of separation, there was no bigger desire than a home.
សំខាន់បំផុតដែលជួបជុំហ្នឹងគឺមកថ្ងៃដំបូងខ្ញុំគិតថាគឺអោបកូនមកហ្នឹងអត់មានអ្វីក្រៅទៅពីហៅគាត់គឺរស់នៅជាប្រជាជនធម្មតាវិញ
If there were no victory on January 7, 1979, Cambodia would not be as it is nowadays. The January 7 spirit has since motivated the nation to achieve peace and solidarity.
The prosperity that the country has gone through from the 79, from nothing and to everything's what we have today, and the liberty, the freedom that we have. So all of these are the foundation that the youth now have enjoyed as a result of the hardship that our previous generations. You know, I'm glad to be part of the youth generation now that we have taken these opportunities to improve a lot. We have many of the youth that born after 1979 have gone through education that was provided and built during this time. They studied up, they built up their knowledge and capabilities, and now they're playing a critical role in making Cambodia more prosperous.
However, keeping the peace and gaining the prosperity still require much effort from Samdech, Hun Sen, other leaders, and the Cambodian people. That's the main theme of the next episodes.